What's up, guys, and welcome to the second game of the first round in the unit ban tournament. Again, played between Atheas and Shieldbreaker. In the first match, Shieldbreaker decided to pick the Alans, and Atheas decided to pick the Vandals. And in the second game, it's just a reverse of the factions. So both of these players, no matter who progresses, will not have access to these power factions, which is a pretty interesting thing. I mean, it could mean that they just even whoever wins this match won't be able to do very well in the rest of the tournament, but we'll see how it goes. So with the Vandals, Shieldbreaker, again we're playing in Raha. Shieldbreaker has decided to bring a total of 4 Germanic archers, 3 pikes. Let's see, Noble Germanic Horsemen with triple gold is definitely a risk. 4 Noble Germanic Horsemen with triple gold. A couple of Sarmatian Spears, again you can see his love for dogs. Couple of Germanic Lancers. No Vandal Berserkers? Okay, it's really weird. He's brought a total of 3 Noble Germanic Swordsmen and 1 Noble Suevi Swordsman and 1 Vandal Warlord, again with triple gold. It's a pretty big risk. I mean, it's a good idea putting experience upgrades onto your cavalry, but putting triple gold is definitely a concern. Of course, both of these guys have banned Noble Alani for each other. So let's take a look at Atheas' build. Total of 6 Germanic archers. I think he's got a pretty big skirmish advantage here. Let's see if he can use it properly. He's brought a total of... Why Alani Horsemen again? Okay, 5 Alani Horsemen. I don't even think they have the 32 or they have the 30 bonus versus cav like the Noble Alani, although I'm not really sure. And he's brought 1 Elite Sarmatian Cataphract and what is it, Sarmatian Warband mainline? Yeah, with 2 Elite Agathersai. Yeah, so it's like 6 Sarmatian Warband with 2 Elite Agathersai. So it's going to be very interesting. I think the cavalry advantage is decisively in the favor of Shieldbreaker, which is always a position you want to be in. That said, he doesn't have any good infantry, and as long as the Elite Agathersai and the Sarmatian Warband make it into the cavalry blobs sooner than his Noble Suevi or Noble Germanic, they will do very well. That said, even if the Noble Germanic charge in earlier, it's not like they'll do too much, because look at their melee stats. 26 melee attack, compare that with 57 for the Sarmatian Warband and 50 with 56 melee damage for the Agathersai. So the Germanic Lancers charged in, killed off one of the Germanic archers right off the bat, reducing the skirmish advantage that Atheas has, although the Alani Horsemen also got caught by the Germanic Lancer and took a ton of casualties here. They're just not doing very well. Again, we can see the Alani Horsemen underperforming. And here the let me just pause it here. This is a very favorable situation for Atheas, because you can see these Noble Germanic Horsemen just charged through the shallow water, which meant that they have a charge penalty. And on top of that, Atheas has a downhill advantage, charging in with his Agathersai and his Alani Horsemen. So it would be interesting to see how well the triple gold Noble Germanic Horsemen would do if they can just charge through with brute strength and win that, although I doubt that would happen. And you can see that the Noble Suevi Swordsman will have a much harder time charging and supporting this battle. Alani General with Brace, of course. Sorry, Vandal Warlord with Brace and Alani General with Brace. Here, though, Atheas is completely forgetting to micro with his units. The Germanic Lancer, though, just charged into that meat shield of Germanic archers, and now the Elite Agathersai can charge in and kill off those units very easily. He's losing the skirmish advantage that he had initially, but once these cavalry blobs have formed, I think these are very good situations for the Alans. The Alani General just has to be kept safe, and charging him into a shallow water area is not a good way to keep him safe. Let's see what else is happening. Let's zoom this out a bit further. So we can see the the Vandal Warlord charging into the Germanic archers, doing well. Very smart move here, because there's no real cavalry support to a cavalry threat for the Vandal Warlord. Sarmatian Spears, though, charging into the Alani General, who already lost 5 units, and he's popped Brace, which is good. The Noble Germanic Horsemen dying. The Alani Horsemen routed to the Noble Germanic Horsemen. They're just winning through brute strength. Agathersai as well routing. Elite Agathersai fighting into the front of pikes. It's not a smart move there. Sarmatian Warband dying slowly to the Noble Germanic Horsemen, but they will start dying very quickly, I think, as long as they're in extended melee. The Noble Germanic Swordsmen will be able to last for a bit, but against this huge blob, they will die sooner rather than later. Although again the Alani Horsemen just underperforming severely. Alani general dead. The enemy general is dead, but our general has fallen. So both the generals are dead. That said, this is clearly in the bag for Shieldbreaker. He has a massive numbers advantage, along with more skirmishers as well. This has been a rout, even though I don't think Shieldbreaker used the map to his advantage by any means. He in fact put himself at a disadvantage. The brute strength of triple gold noble Germanic horsemen just saved the day for him. And not just saved the day, won the day for him. Clearly. Triple gold noble Germanic horsemen killing off elite Sarmatian cataphracts. These elite Agathosai will kill off these noble Germanic horsemen eventually, but since the Germanic pikes are fighting with them, I think they are, yeah, they're charging straight into pikes, and elite Agathosai will not do very well against pikes because they don't have shields, and they just don't have any good melee defense as well. Germanic archers will be pouring fire into this blob, getting 72 kills, 39 and 76. That's a good number of kills because they're again fighting into unshielded Agathosai, I would presume. So a noble Germanic horseman with 47 units remains for Shieldbreaker. Noble Suebi swordsman doing pretty decently, tanking out this battle against the Sarmatian warband. And here the Germanic pikes are going to be charged head-on by Sarmatian warband. Sarmatian warband will take a lot of casualties, although the Germanic pikes are starting to waver. Sarmatian warband don't have good melee defense, and they have a pretty decent charge, so they will lose some units. 23 kills on the Germanic pikes. For 200 talent unit, that's pretty decent, I would say. And now a downhill charge by Sarmatian warband onto noble Germanic swordsmen will completely destroy them. The Agathosai for once need to be microed well, and I just don't see any way he can do that. Elite Agathosai about to get charged by noble Germanic horsemen, about to get summarily destroyed, and then the other Agathosai is going to come into support, and Sarmatian warband is going to come into support as well. So I think that's the end of that noble Germanic horseman, although he still has one at 15 units left, and this Sarmatian warband has routed. So actually it looks like Atheas is pulling this back, but since the Germanic archers are there, there's just no chance for him to pull this back completely. He should, Shieldbreaker should switch to regular shot, I think. Probably would increase the accuracy, although I don't really see accuracy being a huge factor. But in any case, I think he should just switch to regular shot, reduce the reload time, and just kill them off just as easily. So you can see, wow, the Germanic pikes are starting to waver here and routed. Noble Suebi swordsmen will last forever though, because they have encourage and discipline. And now that charge from the noble Germanic horsemen has landed, these Agathosai are basically done. And the Germanic archers will be able to pour in some rear shot fire here. The Sarmatian warband still exists with 76 units, so it's actually coming down to the wire here. Although that Agathosai warrior has routed, and this elite Agathosai will be taking shots to the butt by Germanic archers. So yeah, those elite Agathosai should be dead. He should pull back with the rest of his units. The noble Suebi swordsmen, there's no need for them to charge in, although this game is done. So well played to Shieldbreaker. Well played to Atheas as well, although he made some mistakes like bringing persisting to bring Alani horsemen in both of his games, not doing well with them. And the elite Agathosai did very well, although some of them just charged straight into pikes, I think. The noble Suebi swordsman did decently. The noble Germanic swordsman didn't do anything. It was just down to sheer brute force of the noble Germanic horseman winning Shieldbreaker the day. The Vandal Warlord was not used very well, although the Alani General was used terribly. Anyways guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more. Peace.